Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there? Or maybe you were telling a story to your grandchildren and suddenly the name of someone you have known for 30 years just vanished from your mind? If that has happened to you, you are not alone. And more importantly, it may not be just normal aging. Here is what is shocking. Millions of seniors across America are eating a fruit every single day, thinking it is healthy, thinking it is helping their brain, when in reality, doctors are now saying it could be quietly chipping away at their memory. And the worst part, most people have absolutely no idea. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because what you are about to learn could genuinely change the way you eat and protect your brain for years to come. Welcome. Today, we are talking about something that has been generating a lot of serious conversation in the medical community recently. We are talking about memory loss, and specifically, the surprising connection between certain everyday foods and the speed at which our brains age. Most of us grew up hearing "eat more fruit, it is good for you," and in many cases, that is absolutely true. But here is what the latest research is revealing and what many doctors are now urging their patients to understand. Not all fruits are created equal when it comes to brain health. Some fruits, ones that seem perfectly innocent, even healthy, contain specific sugars, compounds, and inflammatory triggers that, especially after age 60, can interfere with memory, concentration, and mental sharpness. And then there are 5 specific fruits that researchers are calling nothing short of brain superfoods. Fruits that can actually help protect your memory, reduce mental fog, and support long-term cognitive health. So in this video, we are going to cover it all. First, the fruit you need to stop eating or seriously limit. Then, the 5 fruits doctors want you eating instead. Let us get into it. Alright, let us talk about the fruit that has researchers and neurologists genuinely concerned. I want you to pay close attention here, because when I tell you what it is, your first reaction might be surprise, maybe even disbelief. The fruit we are talking about is grapes. Specifically, commercially grown, conventionally processed grapes, and grape-based products like raisins, grape juice, and yes, even certain wines consumed in excess. Now, before you say, wait, I thought grapes were supposed to be good for the brain, let me explain, because this is where it gets really important. Grapes do contain some beneficial compounds, particularly something called resveratrol, which has been studied for its potential brain protective effects. So why are doctors concerned? There are 3 major reasons. The first reason is the hidden sugar problem. Grapes are one of the highest sugar fruits you can eat. A single cup of grapes contains roughly 23 grams of sugar. That is almost as much sugar as a candy bar. Now, when you are young, your body handles that sugar fairly well. But here is what changes after 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood sugar. Many seniors, even those who have not been diagnosed with diabetes, experience what doctors call insulin resistance. This means the sugar from grapes hits your bloodstream fast and hard. And here is the brain connection that most people do not know about. The brain is the most glucose-hungry organ in your body. But when blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly over time, something called cerebrovascular damage can occur. These are tiny injuries to the small blood vessels that feed your brain. Less blood flow to the brain means less oxygen. Less oxygen means neurons, your brain cells, begin to suffer. Studies published in respected medical journals have found a direct link between high sugar consumption and accelerated cognitive decline in adults over 60. In simple terms, too much sugar, even from fruit, can speed up memory loss. The second reason is the pesticide load on grapes. This one surprises a lot of people. Grapes consistently rank among the top 5 most pesticide-contaminated fruits on the Environmental Working Group's annual Dirty Dozen list. Commercially grown grapes are often sprayed with multiple pesticide compounds, some of which are classified as neurotoxins. That means they have been shown in studies to negatively affect the nervous system and brain function. For a younger person, their liver and detox systems can handle a certain level of these compounds. But after age 60, our liver function naturally slows. Our kidney filtration is less efficient. And our blood-brain barrier, the protective shield around our brain, becomes slightly more permeable with age. This means more of those harmful compounds can reach brain tissue in older adults compared to younger people. A landmark study from the American Journal of Epidemiology found that seniors with higher pesticide exposure had significantly higher rates of cognitive decline and memory problems. The third reason is that grape juice and raisins are actually even worse. Many seniors switch from whole grapes to grape juice, thinking it is a gentler, healthier option. But here is the truth. Grape juice removes the fiber that slows sugar absorption in whole grapes. This means grape juice causes an even faster blood sugar spike than eating whole grapes. And raisins? They are essentially concentrated sugar. The water has been removed, but the sugar remains, making them one of the highest glycemic snacks you can eat. One small box of raisins, the kind you might toss into your oatmeal in the morning, contains nearly 25 grams of sugar. Now, I want to be clear about something important. I am not here to scare you, and I am not saying one grape will destroy your memory. What I am saying is this: if grapes and grape products are a regular, daily part of your diet, and you have been noticing more forgetfulness, more brain fog, or more difficulty concentrating, this could be a significant contributing factor. And the good news? There are absolutely delicious and satisfying alternatives that are actually protecting your brain while you enjoy them. Which brings us to the 5 fruits you should be eating instead. Here's where things get exciting. Because nature, in its incredible wisdom, has given us fruits that are practically medicine for the aging brain. These 5 fruits have been studied extensively by neurologists, aging specialists, and nutrition researchers. And the results are genuinely remarkable. Let us go through each one. The first brain-saving fruit is blueberries, and researchers often call them nature's brainberry. If there is one fruit that every doctor, nutritionist, and brain health researcher agrees on, it is the humble blueberry. And the research behind this tiny fruit is absolutely extraordinary. A landmark study from the University of Cincinnati gave older adults with early memory decline either blueberry supplements or a placebo for 16 weeks. The result? The group consuming blueberries showed significant improvements in memory recall, learning ability, and mental processing speed compared to the placebo group. But why does this happen? Blueberries are loaded with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue-purple color. These anthocyanins have a remarkable ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning they can directly reach brain tissue and exert their protective effects right where it matters most. Here is what they do once they get there. They reduce neuroinflammation, which is inflammation of brain tissue that is now considered one of the primary drivers of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. They improve communication between neurons, essentially helping your brain cells talk to each other more efficiently, and they stimulate the growth of new brain cells. Yes, you heard that correctly. Blueberries have been shown to support the creation of new neurons, even in older brains. Think about that for a moment. Your brain can still grow and repair itself, and blueberries can help make that happen. 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries per day is considered the optimal amount in most studies. And frozen blueberries are just as nutritious as fresh ones, and often more affordable for seniors on a fixed income. The second brain-saving fruit is strawberries, and doctors call them the memory protector. Here is a fruit that brings back memories just by its smell, does it not? But strawberries are not just nostalgic. They are one of the most powerful brain protective foods available. A groundbreaking study from Rush University Medical Center in Chicago followed thousands of older adults for years, tracking their diets and their cognitive health. What they found was remarkable. Seniors who ate strawberries just twice a week showed significantly slower rates of cognitive decline compared to those who did not eat them regularly. 2 servings a week. That is all it took to make a measurable difference. Strawberries work through several important mechanisms. First, they are rich in a compound called fisetin. This is a natural flavonoid that has shown a remarkable ability in studies to clear away damaged cells from the brain. These are sometimes called zombie cells, old and damaged cells that do not function properly but refuse to die, and instead release inflammatory chemicals that damage surrounding healthy brain tissue. Fisetin essentially helps your brain do a deep cellular cleanup. Second, strawberries are rich in vitamin C, and your brain needs vitamin C to produce neurotransmitters like like dopamine and serotonin, which affect your mood, focus, and memory. Third, the folate in strawberries helps regulate homocysteine levels in the blood. High homocysteine, which is very common in seniors, has been strongly linked to brain shrinkage and increased Alzheimer's risk. Try adding strawberries to your morning oatmeal, blending them into a smoothie, or simply enjoying them as a snack with a small amount of plain Greek yogurt. The third brain-saving fruit is tart cherries, and researchers are calling them the sleep and brain restorer. This one surprises a lot of people, but the science behind tart cherries and brain health is some of the most exciting research in senior nutrition right now. Here is something you may not know. Sleep and memory are deeply connected. During deep sleep, your brain goes through a remarkable process called glymphatic clearance. Essentially, your brain flushes out toxic waste products, including a protein called amyloid beta. This is the same protein that builds up in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. If your sleep is poor, which is extremely common in adults over 60, this cleanup process is incomplete. Over years and decades, that toxic buildup can accelerate memory loss and cognitive decline. Here is where tart cherries come in. Tart cherries are one of the richest natural sources of melatonin on the planet. Melatonin is the hormone your body naturally produces to regulate sleep. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who drank tart cherry juice experienced significant improvements in sleep duration and quality, reduced levels of inflammatory markers associated with brain aging, and improvements in short-term memory and mental focus. Beyond melatonin, tart cherries contain powerful anthocyanins and quercetin, which are anti-inflammatory compounds that directly protect brain cells from oxidative damage. Fresh tart cherries are available seasonally, but 100% tart cherry juice with no added sugar or tart cherry supplements are available year-round. A small glass of about 8 ounces in the evening is what most studies have used. And as always, please check with your doctor before adding any new supplement to your routine, especially if you are taking medications. The fourth brain-saving fruit is kiwi, and it is truly one of the most underrated brain powerhouses available. If kiwi is not already on your grocery list, after today it absolutely will be. This small, unassuming fruit is quietly one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can give your aging brain. One single kiwi fruit contains more vitamin C than an orange, and as we discussed, vitamin C is essential for neurotransmitter production and protecting neurons from oxidative damage. But that is just the beginning. Kiwi is also rich in vitamin K, which plays a crucial role in brain cell protection and reducing neuroinflammation. And perhaps most impressively, kiwi contains significant amounts of folate and potassium, both of which support healthy blood flow to the brain. A study from the University of Otago in New Zealand found that adults who ate 2 kiwis per day showed measurable improvements in mood, cognitive performance, and energy within just a few weeks. For seniors, where even modest improvements in brain blood flow can translate to better memory and sharper thinking, kiwi represents an affordable, accessible, and genuinely powerful brain food. Kiwi is also one of the lowest sugar fruits available, making it an excellent option for seniors managing blood sugar levels. And no peeling is required. You can actually eat the skin, which contains additional fiber and antioxidants. The fifth brain-saving fruit is blackberries, and they are perhaps the most underappreciated brain fruit of them all. Many seniors walk right past them in the grocery store. But after hearing this, I think that is going to change. Blackberries contain one of the highest concentrations of antioxidants of any fruit, regularly topping published antioxidant charts. Why does that matter for your brain? Because one of the primary causes of brain aging is a process called oxidative stress. This is essentially your brain cells being damaged by unstable molecules called free radicals. Every day, simply by breathing, eating, and living, your brain accumulates oxidative damage. Over decades, this damage contributes significantly to memory loss, slower thinking, and cognitive decline. Blackberries are like shields for your brain cells, neutralizing free radicals before they can cause damage. But there is more. A study from the USDA Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging at Tufts University, one of the most respected aging research institutions in the world, found that subjects given blackberry extracts showed significantly improved memory and learning ability, enhanced communication between neurons, and reduced age-related cognitive decline. Researchers believe the polyphenols in blackberries can actually help reverse some existing cognitive decline, not just prevent future damage. Additionally, blackberries are high in manganese, which supports the production of one of your body's own internal antioxidant defense systems. Blackberries are delicious fresh or frozen, and they pair beautifully with blueberries for a truly powerful brain-boosting combination. I want to stop here for just a moment because what I am about to say is genuinely important. If you are over 60 or if you are caring for an elderly parent, grandparent, or loved one, please understand how truly significant this information is. Memory loss does not have to be inevitable. Your brain is more resilient than you think, and the choices you make at the grocery store, the simple everyday foods you choose to put on your plate, can have a profound effect on how sharp, how vibrant, and how independent your mind remains for years to come. This is not about perfection. This is not about expensive supplements or complicated diet plans. This is about small, sustainable choices, like swapping your daily cup of grapes for a cup of blueberries, that over time add up to something truly meaningful. If this message is speaking to you today, drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 brain fruits you are going to try first. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from this community. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with some practical tips you can start using right away, because information without action does not protect anyone. The first tip is what I call the simple swap strategy. You do not need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start with one simple swap. If you currently eat grapes as a snack, swap them for blueberries or blackberries this week. Just that one change, made consistently, can begin making a real difference. The second tip is to eat the rainbow, but choose the right colors. When it comes to brain protective fruits, deeper colors generally mean higher antioxidant content. Deep blues, purples, and reds are your brain's best friends. Think blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, cherries, and kiwi. The third tip is to remember that frozen is perfectly fine. Many seniors on fixed incomes worry about the cost of fresh berries. Here is the good news. Frozen berries are equally nutritious, often even more so because they are flash frozen at peak ripeness, which preserves their nutrients beautifully. Buying frozen can save you significant money while delivering the same brain benefits. The fourth tip is to combine these fruits with other brain-healthy habits. These fruits work best as part of a broader brain-healthy lifestyle. That means staying well hydrated because your brain is 75% water, and even mild dehydration affects memory and concentration. It means getting gentle daily movement because even a 20-minute walk increases blood flow to the brain. It means prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. And it means staying socially connected because social engagement is one of the strongest protective factors against dementia that researchers have found. The fifth tip is to know the warning signs that need medical attention. While diet matters enormously, it is important to know when to seek professional help. Please talk to your doctor if you or a loved one is regularly forgetting important dates, names, or recent events, or getting lost in familiar places, or having difficulty following conversations or instructions, or experiencing significant personality or mood changes, or frequently repeating the same questions or stories. These can be signs of more serious cognitive conditions that deserve professional evaluation. Early detection makes a significant difference in outcomes, so please do not delay if you notice these signs in yourself or someone you love. Let us bring everything together now. Today we learned something genuinely important, something that could protect your brain and your memories for the years ahead. We learned that grapes, despite their reputation as a healthy snack, can pose real risks for seniors, particularly due to their high sugar content and pesticide load, which can contribute to blood sugar fluctuations, oxidative damage, and accelerated cognitive decline. And we learned about 5 remarkable fruits that research shows can actually protect, support, and even help restore brain function. Blueberries, to reduce brain inflammation and support new brain cell growth. strawberries to clear toxic cellular waste and protect neurons, tart cherries to improve sleep quality and help your brain detoxify overnight, kiwi to boost blood flow and support neurotransmitter production, and blackberries to defend brain cells from oxidative damage and support cognitive repair. These are not exotic or expensive or hard to find. They are sitting right there in your grocery store, waiting to become part of your daily routine. Your brain has been there for you your entire life. It has stored your most precious memories, the faces of your children, the voice of someone you love, the moments that made you who you are. It deserves your care, it deserves your attention, and it is never too late to start protecting it. If you found this video helpful, and I truly hope you did, here is what I would love for you to do right now. Give this video a thumbs up because it helps more seniors find this important information. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly videos on senior health, nutrition, and living your best life after 60. Leave a comment below and tell me which of these 5 brain fruits you are going to add to your diet this week. I genuinely want to know, and I read every single comment. And please share this video with a family member or friend over 60 who could benefit from this information. It takes just one click and it could make a real difference in someone's life. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Your health matters, your mind matters, and your memories matter more than you know. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.